Our next speaker is Rachel Hamilton.
Graduating from Ben Franklin Academy comes with a fairly unique rite of passage. Odds are, if you're sitting here in a cap and gown, you have spent the past 2 weeks suffering the worst work aversion of your life, while speeding through studies with the level of urgency at the same time. You know that being in the Senior House Media Center for morning meetings is like piling on a crowded train. You've spent at least a bit of time gaming or learning the guitar. You've gone to the kitchen at least once a week to prepare a Dixie cup of juice, a mug of coffee, a bagel, or a bowl of ramen. You love cats. You have a hobby that occupies a lot of your time. You transferred from some other school and are somewhat relieved that this year you are here instead of there. You have a story to tell. There are so many reasons why I'm grateful to God for leading me here my sophomore year. One of them occurred to me recently when I was listening to a song called 4 Years, which is about all the things that high school students take too seriously. Class of 2015 and all other fellow students at Ben Franklin Academy, by coming here, we have been spared many negative aspects common to most high schools. Here are some of the things I personally don't miss. Lockers, cliques, the awkwardness of high school dances, and the pressures of trying to have the coolest promposal, trends, group projects, parking permits, labels, crowded hallways, intimidating teachers, passive-aggressive popular kids, and the mad rush to get to class before the bell. Being a student at Ben Franklin means that while we know that these high school years are great, they aren't necessarily the best years of our lives. I'm almost positive that each of you has some idea about what you want to do next, and you've probably known it for a while now. In fact, based on the people that I've known here, I think it's safe to guess that your plan for the future involves doing something that you deeply believe would make the world a better place, studying something that fascinates you, or continuing to pursue an interest. I've noticed how everyone I've met here is exceptionally bright and gifted at least one thing. And I love how everyone is so different, yet so accepting. Individuality is celebrated more so than social conformity. One of the things I love about BFA is how academic success is more than just a letter grade or a number. It's knowing that I'm getting somewhere. I can see the progress. Like tasks in the real world, assignments at BFA hang over your head until you stop procrastinating and get them done. You can't just blow off your homework, skip studying for a test, and shrug off that D+ here. BFA truly embodies the idea, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Attending this school has expanded my worldview. I've become more aware of what's going on in the world than ever before. Being exposed to different perspectives at Ben Franklin has challenged me to think critically about why I believe what I believe. Discussions have helped me to grow in respect for different perspectives. I love how the faculty has encouraged us each to find our own voice and have the courage to speak out, and how I'm not urged to blindly accept a set of values that have been handed to me. I may not agree with everyone about every issue, but I've never felt judged, but always embraced. As it has begun to dawn on me that my high school experience is about to draw to a close, I've realized the many people I want to thank and everything I'll miss. I will miss my advisor Olga's encouragement and random bursts into song, Debbie and Wright's love for what they teach, Martha's willingness to help me improve, Ernstine's many ways of taking care of us, and Norm's puns. I will miss the beautiful roses bordering our school. It will never cease to amaze me how their bloom seems ever abiding. I already miss taking standardized tests in a relaxing atmosphere while Yoda shares the love. Nuxar, Jeff, and Corey's patience with me. Matt's references to things and enthusiasm about making the room smell like fish sauce. Susie's cheerful greetings, Charlie's quiet kindness and encouragement of my writing, and Kelly's perkiness and her playful version of congratulations. Kelly's advisees probably know how it's fun to finish a class because of how she's like, "You finished up a class. Oh yeah, oh yeah." Of course, it's a lot funnier when she does it. I want to thank Doc for starting Ben Franklin Academy, a much-needed school. I want to thank Pamela for always challenging me with different roles instead of typecasting me, and for encouraging me to analyze theater beyond what I originally had and to take leadership. I want to thank the college counselors, Tiana and Renee, for their patience and supportive, positive attitude. I want to thank Norm for helping me to become the much better guitarist and musician that I am today, and for convincing me that I have the capability to write music. If it weren't for Norm, I may not have even tried. I want to thank everyone I've done drama and band with. Thank you for being my family. I will miss our banter and our inside jokes. I want to thank my parents for always being supportive of my dreams and doing everything they can over the years to ensure I reach my full potential. I want to thank all of my family members for loving me just the way I am. Most of all, I want to thank all the faculty here for never losing faith in me. At previous schools, when I would come to class with incomplete work, I can vividly recall the disappointed look that would appear in some teachers' eyes. It would stay there. It would never go away. The disappointed look would grow, along with my shame, each time I failed. Eventually, it seemed like these teachers not only doubted me, but also disliked me. I felt tainted by a label that had somehow become my identity. "You're lazy," I would find myself thinking. "That's who you are. That's the way they see you now. Why change? You're a lost cause." The most important thing Ben Franklin Academy has taught me is that I am not a lost cause. You are never a lost cause. Personally, ever since coming here, I have not been labeled by my failure. If we're behind on work, what do we hear from the teachers? I hear firm but friendly, "You're behind, so it's time to get on it." I even hear, "It's going to be all right. You can do this." What an amazing attitude to adopt for yourself. As I said before, you probably have a story that brought you here, but it isn't everything you are. You can overwrite your current identity to be anything you desire. To quote a favorite song of mine, "Today is where your book begins, the rest is still unwritten." The teachers here have taught me to live by this philosophy, and now I challenge you to remember it. Thank you.